This is a long-term review of the Durston X-Mid Pro True. We went on a 9-day expedition down the Spero River on the west coast of Tasmania and then came back up the west coast. We had 9 nights on this spectacular remote part of the Tasmanian wilderness. These are my impressions. Most favourable, but one negative one. But overall, we loved carrying such a light tent. Found a nice little flat spot, which is super. It was pretty well set too. So happy about that. Another nice night, but the condensation issue, even when those vents are open, is still going to be around. I guess that's just the nature for one skinned tent. But what I've been doing is using the microfiber cloth because there's a fair bit of moisture. So even draw them online to align with my finger. A fair bit of moisture. And you're getting a fair bit of moisture on it, as you can see. So I do that most mornings. Didn't have to do it the other day, and the temperature wasn't so low, but also there's tons of wind, but we were in a very sheltered spot here. So I have to wring that out now. And part and parcel that will damp into the sleeping bag. But we're walking in summer, it's all going to die out, so it's all good. It's good that we found a nice flat campsite, but even there's a few bumps and whatever else, and we had a bit of trouble getting our pegs into the rocks down there. Well, there's quite a few rocks below. So it served us pretty well last night. Love the magnetic contacts there. As I was saying earlier, the only thing that's really bothering me with this tent is the condensation. As I said, I managed to use a microfiber cloth, and it's absolutely satched at the moment, to wipe the inside. Now with a tad of wind, it's drying it out a little bit. But in our previous experience, when we didn't have that luxury, everything was wet inside. But and that'll be the test of this, true test of this tent. Haven't got the luxury of and then having to pack it up and then seeing what it's like when we have to set a wet tent. You can see the sandy soil, a not well set location, has left us with a bit of a saggy tent, but no problems, no complaints really. Because we had the sandy soil, had a few guys go loose. Another thing which happened too is that you can see there, I found this plate, it's just lying around here, that I put underneath this pole, which is the important bit, otherwise that was really saggy as well. So but we've got lots of space in here, more than we've got in any other tent that we've had. The big attraction of any Durston tent is the low weight. The Durston X-Mid Pro True has ample space, is extremely well designed with its centre poles, positions and angled roof line. While designed to sleep tip to toe, there's ample room for 2 guys over 6'1" to fit in the same direction. The tent has more space than any other previous ones we've owned. The vestibules are spacious, with a smaller proportion providing a very useful place to set up your pack, while having enough room to get out and keep your other gear like your cooker in there. The magnetic seals are also great. The design includes 2 vents, but in practice do not counter condensation, especially in Tasmania. The carbon fibre poles are light and useful, but in sandy soil required some flat support to stop it sinking and the tent losing its shape and setting. In a nutshell, it's weight versus condensation. All tents have condensation, but the X-Mid Pro has more than others I've used. I think it's worth carrying less 1.5 kilos on your back and putting up with drying the tent from inside most mornings.